Yo, what is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shakes. I'm coming guys with a video right now. So, I want to talk about some Gardner Minshew news from yesterday. And obviously, I think yesterday was the first day of practice for Gardner Minshew because really, Gardner Minshew has 3 days to get ready for Dallas if he is the starting quarterback come this Saturday. Okay, as much as, you know, I'm going to talk about Jalen Hurts, but Gardner Minshew is probably the #1 thing we're going to talk about, and we have been talking about, because until we know that Hurts is not activated for Saturday for Christmas Eve versus the Cowboys, we're going to be talking about Gardner Minshew, because Gardner Minshew's first practice, I think, for the Eagles was yesterday as a starter or as working with the ones. And there were some good words from Dallas Goedert from that practice, saying, I don't know if any ball really hit the ground at all. I don't know why people hate Gardner Minshew so much, and this is a guy that has been a starter in this league. Everyone thinks he's off the street and he's washed and he's just a bum, and that's not the truth, guys. The narrative is always going to change. If Gardner Minshew, you know, comes in and wins Saturday, if he starts, you know, the narrative is going to be that any quarterback is going to be able to play, you know, for this team, and, you know, this is just a system, and, you know, the Eagles are going to have a no-win situation whether they win or lose against the Cowboys regardless. This week, because I think this team is still disrespected for the record. I think they're still disrespected for their players, and I think they're still disrespected in our starting quarterback in Jalen Hurts. But from what Dallas Goedert said the other day of him having a big fire practice the other day, it's a really good sign. And the more work that Minshew, you know, I'm not saying that he's never worked with the ones. I think he's worked with the ones this year and the twos, just depending on what he's been doing. But I think they're going to have really good chemistry. And, you know, this guy is got a lot of emotion this week. You know, he did a sermon for his past, you know, college coach that passed away, and did that so he couldn't even practice the day before last. So really it's, I think, 3 practices, and then if he is the starter this Saturday, Christmas Eve, you know, is it enough time? Definitely not. Plus, it's on a short week. We're not playing Sunday. We're playing Saturday. So I don't like the Christmas Eve game as it is. When I saw this on the schedule, I didn't like it because I like freeing myself up for the holidays. I think all of us deserve that. But since we have a football game, obviously, it's going to be very important for that day. And with Gardner Minshew at the helm at quarterback, if that's even the case. And this guy is playing for himself. You know, he's going to become a free agent next year. So not only is he playing for himself for free agency, but at the same time, a lot of emotions the past couple weeks with the passing of his former college coach, and he's going to have, like I said in my last video, he's got a lot of piss and vinegar. This guy is electrifying. This guy knows how to rally a team. This guy is a leader. And it's going to be a different offense, and I think we all know this. You know, it's not going to be, you know, you're going to do some RPOs. You're going to do some simple things with him that relates to what Jalen Hurts does. But, you know, the running attack with Gardner Minshew is not going to be used how they used it with Jalen Hurts. It's just not going to happen. So we're bound to see a lot of Miles Sanders this week, hopefully over 18 carries this week for Miles Sanders, and get this passing game going, because Gardner Minshew is a pure pocket passer and very good in the pocket as well. He's got the #1 offensive line right in front of him. He has a great running back, 1,000-yard running back, and soon to be 2 1,000-yard receivers, one in A.J. Brown that already he is, and Devontae Smith 99 yards away from that, Quez Watkins, and obviously having Dallas Goedert back is a really good sign too, because now, even last year versus the Jets, Dallas Goedert was probably his main favorite target in that game. Which is great. So the narrative is never going to change for this team going forward. And, you know, the Eagles just got to take care of business and, you know, screw what everyone else says. Win this game Saturday. Get the first seed and win the division. Get it all done in one shot. And then you have major, you know, then down the road you have major decisions that you're going to have to make. Now, depending on, obviously, this whole quarterback situation, I'm still not 100% on what's going to happen. I feel like Hurts is going to start, but then the other side of me says they're playing it. They're playing some trickery against the Cowboys that Gardner Minshew is going to stay in there. So the good whole thing about this whole thing is Minshew's working with the ones right now. Hurts hasn't practiced yet. Well, didn't practice yesterday. So by the time you watch this video, he Probably, who knows if Hurts is going to practice this week. We'll see. Until I see Jalen Hurts throw an actual pass at practice, we'll see. He could be throwing passes, guys. The one thing that I could see happening is that Hurts is the starter this week, and Hurts could be working off camera or working where the beat writers don't see what's going on, and in secret he is practicing, doing maybe some different practices, or obviously he's going to, whether it's not rehab, but just making sure his shoulder is right because it is his throwing arm. So, there could be some, this is just speculation. I don't know if that's happening, but, keep all the cards on the table because you never know what you're going to get from this week. And if Hurts starts this week, I know Hurts wants to start so bad. There's no doubt there's a lot on this game come this week, and Hurts is probably dying, but he's not going to be selfish about it, and he's going to go in there and do his thing, whatever decision, whether it's a collaborative decision or fully it's on Nick and the front office of what they should do this week for an important game. You know what I mean? So it is what it is with that. Gardner Minshew having a good practice. Nice to see it. Secondly, I want to go over the Pro Bowl candidates. 8 Pro Bowlers for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the most of any NFL team, which is great. They probably should have had a few more, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a popularity contest, in my opinion, when it comes to Pro Bowl. But at the same time, you got to respect this team and what they have done and what all these players have done. I'll probably go through some of these right now. And yeah, let's do it. Jalen Hurts is obviously, yes, definitely. Miles Sanders, yes. A.J. Brown, of course. Lane Johnson. I haven't said a damn thing about Lane Johnson all year. Hasn't given up a sack in a few years. Landon Dickerson's just amazing, man. First Pro Bowl for Landon Dickerson. This was a draft pick in 2020 in the second round, which we were like, this is either going to hit high ceiling or I thought that was the pick that really made the draft. Devontae Smith was important, really important, but that second-round pick in Landon Dickerson and putting him next to Mulata when Mulata was already becoming a starter was just made our left side so much better. Dickerson, as aggressive as he is, and what he's done. I mean, just Howie Roseman knows how to draft offensive line. There's no doubt about it. Jason Kelsey, definitely 100%. That is our warrior, our quarterback of the offensive line. Hassan Reddick with, 12 sacks? I mean, I said 10-plus sacks for Hassan Reddick, and, he has 12 sacks for the year and is playing so well. You got to rewatch that Bears game because he was all over in that. He probably would have had 4 sacks in that game. Probably would have had 15, 16 sacks if he didn't miss some of those other tackles. But damn, Hassan Reddick, I said 10-plus sacks, and it's a successful season. If not, I was going to blame a lot on Jonathan Gannon for the usage of some of these players like Hassan Reddick, and came here for cheap and didn't come here on an expensive contract. It was a lucrative, mid-tier contract, but he was offered money to other places, and he wanted to come back home, which was great. And big play Slay, obviously. Fantastic. I don't know why James Bradbury isn't here to be, I don't know why he's not. He's a top 5 corner in the league with Slay when it comes to allowed passing yards. Don't know why he's not there. Javon Hargrave was definitely snubbed. He is a Pro Bowl alternate right now. 10 sacks. I mean, if you get double-digit sacks, you should really be in here. But like I said, this is a popularity contest, unfortunately, and sometimes these other players just won't get it. And Hargrave probably was low on votes for some odd reason, and that's pretty much it compared to what's out there. But don't get why Hargrave wasn't on the list. TJ Edwards, another one that could have been on here. I think Fred Warner did beat him out, and that's another good player too. So that's a harder one to really put too much into. But I think they should have had at least 10. I think 10 could have been. And Mulata's played very well this year, too. They could have had 11. So they could have had, probably another 4 more players, another 3 players, I would have to say. And, I mean, this is great. This is awesome. I mean, this is the most important thing. Congratulations to these people, to these players and the votes that they got towards them. But at the end of the day, it's not about this. It's about what we're going for. We don't want to be in a Pro Bowl game. We don't want to see these guys play in Pro Bowl games. We want to see these guys in a championship game this year. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're aiming at. And that's pretty much about it. So if you guys want to talk about the Pro Bowl selections. Do you agree with this list? And would you add more to this list? Leave a comment in the comment section below. And obviously, the whole thing with Gardner Minshew, what do you think about him so far? Starting this week, do you think Jalen Hurts is still going to play? I know we've been kind of replaying this for the past few days, and I know it's getting tiring. The days are coming, guys. It's almost Saturday. We are getting there. And that's pretty much it. So, I have 100% faith in Gardner Minshew, and obviously short amount of practice, 3 practices, and it's not enough. But he's been practicing with the team all year, and don't put any bad things on Gardner Minshew, because I would not doubt this guy. This guy is electrifying, and trust me, when he's on a rhythm, he is on a rhythm, and he's got the best offense in football around him. If he does start this weekend. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys haven't, please like the video if you guys have it, and subscribe if you guys haven't. We do cover the Eagles every day, videos every single day, live play-by-plays. This Saturday we'll be streaming live play-by-play of the Eagles-Cowboys in Dallas. Should be a lot of fun. So I'll be back with the next update soon. I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, so peace out, guys. Peace.